Hi everybody, it's Andy here, and welcome to our Tuesday Q&A. We've got some more questions in. I've got Josh here, and we're just going through some stuff. We've been having a little chat this morning about some different questions, and one that comes up quite a lot, Josh, is about ad creatives. It seems like you get to the point where, I really want to do an ad, and then they just go sort of completely blank. What do I do for? Do I use photographs? Do I use stock images? Do I use videos? Where do I start with this?
Yeah. Well, and this is the perfect sort of marketer's answer to this is it depends.
It depends. I love this. It depends.
But and no one knows, right? There is no like actual answer to that. They will all work in some myriad or some combination with different descriptions and different ad copy and stuff. So what I typically like to do is just go try all of them. And there's a really cool feature in that in Facebook ads, which is the dynamic creative that you can use. And what that does is like before we used to create ads and we'd have to split test. What we'd do is we'd create 3 different ad copies. So that's like the body, right? And then we would create 3 different ad creatives, and we'd have like, say, a picture. We might have like a carousel ad, which is like, those ads you see where you can scroll left and right.
Yeah, there's a bunch of pictures. Yeah,
click on,
yeah.
That's it. So there's a carousel ad, and then there'd be like a video ad, right? And you would have to create the variations of those, and lots of them. It would be quite a bit of a tedious process. But now what you can do is you can select this dynamic creative, and you put the 3 ad copy in there and the 3 different images. You can actually have up to like 10 different images and like 5 different ad copies. And then what Facebook will do, it will like randomly pick various combinations of these things and show each combination to like a small audience. And then whichever combination gets the most reactions and based on whatever objective you have, then that's the combination that it will then start funneling the money through, right? So, and what I find sometimes, like you might spend not hours, maybe like half an hour doing like an ad copy, a certain ad creative, and then you find that some like rubbish like stock photo just does the work with like a little black header with a bit of white crabby text on there. You find that just blows up for whatever reason, right? And so there is no right answer to that. Just test, right? And the great way to sort of do that in terms of like testing different things is, just go and pull a bunch of different stock images that are related to whatever your product is. I find just basic like images of you and your team, like in the workplace, work really well. Because like, again, Facebook is an engagement platform and it's about people sharing pictures of themselves and things like that, right? So that's what they want to see. But again, videos work. If you just do a walkthrough of whatever your product is, or like if it's you speaking to a camera saying like, hey, my name's John, the mortgage broker. Like if you're looking for a mortgage, I can help you out. Fill in your contact details below and I'll be in touch shortly, because that's like a bit of a personal touch there. So there's different things you can do. A great place to sort of look for like different ad creative options is the Facebook ads library.
Yeah. It is actually really interesting because you can sort of see the sort of things that are working for other people. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about it. And it's not about, you talk about sort of creatives, but it's not just about trying to think of the best thing. It's trying to think about the most engaging thing. And you can see in the ads library, you can see the sort of ads that work are more engaging.
Mm-hmm. And cool tip for the ads library is you can filter the search, right? So you can just type in whatever your product is or like your niche or whatever it is, right? And it'll show you all the ads that are related that are currently running. You can actually select an option now for ones that were run in the past, but I find it's not that very great. But the way I sort of do it is that if you select whatever niche you're in and then filter for ads that are running like longer than 3 months, right? Because if someone's running ads for like 3 months at a stretch or more, it means that ad is profitable or is getting them leads or whatever their objective is, right? So you know that ad is working. So you can go and grab their ad copy and like make it your own. And there's a variation, right? And then take their creative, and they probably have like 4 or 5 different creative variations. So you can just look at their creative variations and go, oh, that one works, that one works. Let me make it the same for myself, you know? And like a lot of them are usually just like an image with a bit of text over the top or something like that, like really basic stuff.
And also the way to do this is not because you say sort of, you know, take that copy and you know, make it your own. The idea behind this is to try to understand why the copy's working. You know, what's the format they're using, rather than sort of just taking it and copying it and just putting your own name in. You know, that's not what we're saying here. It's like understanding why, you know, is that headline really good? Does it make sense? Does it connect or resonate with the audience? You know, what they putting in their middle section. You know, what text are they putting in? What sort of words are they using, and how are they using the emotion of sale within that, and try and understand that. It's not just about copying and pasting and that sort of thing. It's more about trying to understand why the copy works. And this is why you know, marketing is so interesting. Is trying to understand what is converting, what gets the click. Why do people click on this rather than this? So, you know, and when you're looking at the actual the graphics, if they're using photographs, what sort of photographs are they using? You know, is it of themselves? Is it of, you know, if when you spoke about dentists, you know, what sort of graphics are they using? Is it of the team? Is it of a, you know, just like a dentist doing something? What sort of things are they using? Because then you can start thinking, okay, well, if they're using this and this is working, what can I do to create something that's got a similar emotion, similar headline? You know, that's the best way of doing this, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. And like,
it's about learning, you know, it's about learning.
100%. And like the thing is, that ad creative or whatever might work for like 4, 6, 8 weeks, and then it'll die, and then you'll need to find another one. You know what I mean? So that's just one method you can use to sort of get a whole bunch of different ad creative combinations. Again, once you know that you have an offer that is working, you will then need to kind of do these creatives. But like another way you can do it is once you've kind of got that system up and running, use a service like Fiverr, where you can literally create a Loom video to showing them, hey, this is how you go to Facebook ads library, and this is how you search for, you know, ads that are in my niche that are working. I want you to take that and look at all these competitors, look at their ads, and create me like 30 to 50 different ad creative variations. And like, that'll cost you maybe like 20, 30 bucks. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's not that much. And then you've got like plenty ad creative to test forever, you know, and if you don't want to do it. So there's like, you can outsource that process. Again, that service is Fiverr at Fiverr. So there's 2 R's.com. And there's another one is Upwork. That one will be a little bit more expensive, but it's generally, the quality is a little bit better. But you'll be able to find people in Fiverr that are specialized in creating ad creative. So yeah, that's my sort of 2 cents in how you can create these 2 different things. But don't stress about it. Just create like 7 or 8 different creative variations for whatever image. Don't worry if it's like not quite perfect, because like quite often the ugly ones win, and it's just the way it is. But
yeah, sometimes we've done ads that are, you know, we just sort of think, well, we'll you know, we put this together because we got a lot of experience in doing this, so we know basically where we're going to go with something. But we've had ads that have shocked us, that, you know, how comes this one's has, you know, got far more attention than this one, which we worked really hard on.
plain color with just like 3 words on it, crushed it. And like this image that I spent ages doing, like these like a GIF. So you can upload GIFs as well, which is another thing you can do. So like you can use Canva as a free service. So you can go and create like a square image and use all their blocks. There's another great way of creating like text overlays and stuff like that. But yeah, I spent like an hour and a half on this image, and like it just bombed. You know, I was like, I'm not doing that again. But yeah, so just test them all. But like the simple, quick and easy one is like, get your picture, put a black header above and below, and then put text, or like a yellow header above and below, and then like white text. And like, that's it. And just kind of change the colors and change the text, and then Bob's your uncle. You'll start making sales, hopefully. But when creating the content, you need to like optimize for mobile.
Right.
Because like most people, like I think like 80-90% of the people that like click on stuff will generally click through on their mobile. And the way, like, I'll talk about a bit of a ninja hack in a minute, but like, you think about the mobile function, right? They're generally like really tall images or square images. So generally what I like to do is use a square image because it'll work for both, but it'll look really nice on the mobile. If you're faffing about trying to make them like super long and stuff, you can do that as well, but it's just going to take more time. So don't necessarily worry about that. I'd avoid doing the long ones, the 16:9 or whatever. They work well on desktop, but it doesn't work really well on mobile. So make sure you just always use a square image, and then that works really well. Now, if you're selling a like a product that's like above $100 or something like that, generally people don't like to buy things that are like a bit more expensive on their phone. They like to come back on desktop and then like fill in their details proper, right? Like the credit card and blah, blah, blah. So when you're running retargeting ads, I like to test retargeting ads for an offer, just running to desktop. So there's an option in Facebook ads where you can select mobile, desktop, both, and go that way. And so like you can do a little test of just running desktop only ads with retargeting. And I find that you'll actually make a few more sales that way. So it's like one way you can use mobile over desktop. But again, just always kind of optimize for mobile. I generally find the best way to do that is just make it a square image. If you just keep it that, it just generally works for everything.
Good
or like
bloody
99%
tip.
stuff.
Good tip. Listen, we'll go on to some other questions on this in a while. We're gonna, if you like these sort of things and you want to just ask your own questions and comment either below the video, or send if you're a client, and so you can just do support tickets and things like that. But also, we're going to put this onto YouTube as well. So subscribe to the channel so you actually get these tips coming through to you every Tuesday. Hopefully every Tuesday, if we can push through and do them. So if you've got any questions, just let us know. But we'll see you next time.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
If you find all this content useful, then don't forget to click on the like button, write a comment and ask questions, and of course subscribe to the channel.